Hello there. Recently, me and Jeremiah855 got the Yama wreck with a time of 203.0. This comes after a long stint of research, a lot of which you can find over at Jeremiah's channel. My biggest innovation previously was using the Scorching Bow, which unstuns Yama after 20 ticks. This allows you to dodge every single Shadow Crash perfectly, which is very high DPS, using this pattern right here. All you do is every time the shadows crash, you move one tile. Footage is from the method I manually made before Jeremiah came up with RoboTape. After his video came out, people questioned if there was any other way to unstun Yama, and I could not believe my eyes when I tried using the Blue Moon Spear spec on Yama, and it dealt over 100 damage. This is because Yama seems to have some sort of infinite stun or something, so your Blue Moon Spear is boosted accuracy by like infinity and damage by infinity. However, during trials, we actually did find the hard cap. It does give you a max hit splat when you have 200. Jagex did say that there were some intricacies we didn't figure out in the first week, and that they were interested in the discovery of cool and emergent new strategies. So here it is. The thing on our side for this record was power creep. The Eye of Ayak had come out, which is a 3-tick magic weapon, which allows for this new strategy for killing the minion, where from this rock you cast the Eye of Ayak, and then you're able to attack and then step under the minion, which means that fireball lands, giving you an extra at least 12 damage for each player, meaning that this Elder Maul smack at the end is enough to finish the minion off. If you want to use this strategy for yourself, you should know that if you're ever 1 tick late, then you can just step under the minion instead of doing the attack, because you need to get the exact 200 damage. You should also know that if you bring a ton more gear, you can probably get overkill, which will probably save a tick for at least one player. For our actual record run, this inventory looks really crowded. We pre-pot the Super Combat and the Purging Staff. Mark of Darkness lasts 15 minutes now, and we need it to dodge the Shadow Crashes. We bring the Saturated Heart Width because its 5-minute timer is really awkward, and you could reset it by going to Ferox, but that's kind of stupid. We start the kill off with a Horn Elder Maul. This gives the maximum defense reduction. We're pre-venged as well. We're going to plan to tank the first special attack. So we do this step back here, which makes sure Yama never melees us. The melee would proc the venge. Here I put my Ring of Suffering on for the same hit as the special hits us. Since I was mauling, I'm 2 ticks behind Jeremiah, which means that I'm attacking on the same tick that the special attack lands. If I waited 1 extra tick, I couldn't do these step backs here. It prevents me from getting meleeed and preserves the vengeance. Yama's on an 8-tick cycle. Every time he auto-attacks, he checks if his health is below 67 or 34, and if it is, then on the next auto-attack, instead of attacking, he'll phase us into the minion. For the minion strategy, with the Saturated Heart, it's just a one-way flick to the Ayak, which makes it really simple to perform consistently. Going into the next phase, we want to make sure we have Vengeance up. If you get Vengeance up before the minion teleports you away, then you'll always have your special attack ready for the second special attack of phase 2, which we actually skipped this time. On this Shadow special attack, you have to be moving when the projectile is mid-air in order to get hit 70 damage. This is the only really major mistake of the run here. I forget to move, which means I take less venge damage, and I also have my suffering on for a little bit too long. However, we still get nuclear hits, and we're using the Timer's CA plugin in the top left, and we know that since we phased at around 120, that this is a really good run with potential for record. This minion here, I'm going to be thinking about switching into my full Blue Moon gear before it teleports me, and Jeremiah is going to be stepping back on the rocks so that he'll teleport in 1 tick late. This guarantees that the tank is on me, which allows us to do 2-player pursuit tech. An insane 152 there, and then I'm just following these tiles that Jeremiah came up with. They're really, really simple. Big shout out to him. Another thing we can do here is try to tank venges. Since we meet up right here, we can actually moth each other to hopefully get a little bit more venges. But our hits just hit really, really high here, and we finally get the 203. Here we're super excited. It was probably over a 10-hour grind to get this record. Probably a lot of money wasted on chasm teleports. Get my barrel of demonic tallow, go and check Yama. If you didn't know, this is how you check global best on Yama. I bet a lot of people don't know because it's not a billboard like everywhere else. Huge shout out to Jeremiah. He's been a great partner throughout all of this, and it's been a lot of fun finding mechanics with him. Definitely go check out his video on his channel about this. He puts a lot more creativity into his videos, and they're really a lot of fun to watch.